If you're already working with a 4G network since long time back, even this is very well known feature. It's not only for the VoLTE, it's even for the PS. And it's very simple features where, as you can see from the figure here, assuming now we are speaking about the uplink frequency selective, from the name it's being kind of obvious that in case, in the normal case scenario, as you can see from the bottom down here, that without the feature in general, the resource allocation, which is resource blocks, will be happening in a sequential manner. Assume that user one required, for example, 4, 3, RB, 10, RB, whatever. So then B will start assigning in a sequential manner. Once it's assigning here, it will now start assigning for the user two. It's not taking the radio condition of this particular frequencies into consideration. But in case of frequency selective being enabled for the feature, even for uplink and downlink, so the NLP now will start measuring, for example, if you're speaking the uplink, it will start measuring the uplink quality, and it will start estimating. It will start estimating the quality of this user. And this part, it's about the uplink SRS or uplink POSH I think by mistake I mentioned the first feature, which is the XDRX based on SNR or SRS. The XDRX is only based on the SNR, but this feature can be being based on SRS, standing reference signal, if it's being enabled, or based on the SINR. This is how the NLP will estimate whether the user is having a bad radio condition in this particular RBs or not. So assume now you have this user one here, UE1. This is the channel quality. So in this particular frequency area is getting a good quality. So it will be assigning this as at this way. For example, to give him this particular portion of frequency, assume that the frequency is at the start of the band as an example, it will assigning him. Now the user 2 now, as you can see, this user U2 allocation, this is the frequency domain. It's starting assigning, for example, this particular area because it's having good quality. User 2, it's assigning him this particular frequency, which is here, for an example, at the end of the band or mid of the band, because here user 2 quality profile is getting better. So now it's being assigning not in sequential manner anymore. It can be at any part of the frequency domain as showing here. So it, for example, instead of being in sequential manner, now it can be done in this way, where, for example, user one taking the resources here and user two not necessary to be continuous allocation, as you can see between user one and user two. It will be starting at the end of the band, and this can guarantee that you will have a much better quality and even much better voice quality and even much better packet loss. This is actually the main idea, and this is I think it's a very simple feature and it's well known. And if you are speaking about downlink frequency selective, this is usually based on the reported channel quality indicator, which is CQI, which is usually reported from the UE to the NOD, and the NOD based on the CQI can start doing this same concept where it start allocating the good resource blocks for this particular users instead of allocating a particular or in a particular way as mentioned before here without frequency selective.